Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a Lenovo laptop. This one is a Lenovo Thinkpad X380 Yoga. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can remove this keyboard and replace it, because this one is being really beaten up and the keys are falling off and there's a rise. Somebody really used it, like it's almost transparent right there. So and they don't work, and they took it somewhere else and they tried to open it, and from top side here I can see they try to deform the keyboard from here. That's not how you do it. It is not easy to remove this keyboard, at least not from one or two screws. And I'll show you guys how to replace it, and there's no configuration to do afterwards. It's really pretty much plug and play. So let's take on the new. I'll try to get the keyboard link for the new keyboard. These are the new keyboard. It comes with a 2-plexer, with a backlight, with a nipple mouse right in here, and the backlight goes through here. Keyboard flexor is this one right in here, so there's two of them right there. So I can see there's a whole bunch of screws right down here, and there's these metallic hinges, and if you put it in here, that means logically you will not be able to pull this up because of these hooks right in here, which they get screwed in. So I don't see why this other person tried to remove it from here. That will be pretty nonsense. So let's get into it and let's open it up. I'll be using a screwdriver. I fixed the screwdriver set, and we are going to be using a Phillips #1. Curved tweezers is very good to have. With these two on hand, let's get it started. First thing first, power off the laptop. Flip it upside down. Down here, I can see right away that they lost one screw and they replaced it with a chrome screw. So because these screws, once you rotate them, you can loosen them up. Once they're loosened up, they will not come out entirely. So don't try to pull them out. And if you did by accident pull them up, don't worry. Once you finish the job, you want to put the cover in, just pop it back in, and it will go in. And try not to lose it like this other guy lost it. So go ahead and loosen up all the screws. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate it. So let's finish up loosening up all the screws. So look, I'm guessing that he pulled this one really hard and it did came out too. So yeah. Now you can use a guitar pick as an opening tool, put it in between the opening covers here and just twist it, and it should release snap those tiny clips and remove the bottom cover. Bring it up, put it to one side. And right away, we're going to disconnect the battery by removing one screw on here and one screw right all the way on the other side. Once you remove these two screws, you can remove the pen on the left, just slide it up. Grab the battery, bring it up. There's a tiny hook here, just lift it upward towards the ceiling a little bit, about 1 centimeter. Once it's loosened up, you want to slide it toward the front so the connector will disconnect itself. These cables are really tough, so don't worry about it. All right, once we disconnect this one, and I can see the flex cable for the keyboard, so I'm going to loosen up right away. First thing first, the secondary flexor right there. And before we do anything, I just want to make sure that they are the same. And they are the same pretty much. So put it right on top, make sure they count. It should be the same exact keyboard. Yes, they are. So we verify the keyboard is correct keyboard. We're going to disconnect the flex cable for the trackpad. Remove the Kapton tape. Lift up this cover 90 degrees upward. Slide this flex cable back. This other flex cable for power on, it goes right in here. Lift it up. Pull it out. This is speaker cables in here. I don't know. This is sensor cable for the charging right in here. Pull this jack backward, so I can't reach. So I put my tweezers right on the side of the jack and pull it back. And this bridge connector, I'm just going to wiggle around and pull it out. Leave it like that. What else we going to do down here? We are going to start removing. Let's lift up this tiny. Grab this plastic right on this LCD connector and pull it upward. Pull it to the one side. And remove the connectors for the Wi-Fi, bring them up to the back. This is touchpad, so remove the connector for the touch. Upward, you have to pull it up straight. Let's go ahead and remove the connector for the speakers. So untangle it, bring it, moving around, untangle it around the speaker. Put them there. You can lift it up and put it in here. You could go ahead and remove this cable in here, but just leave it like that. So starting from this corner, first we're gonna remove the screw for the hinge. One screw right there. And we are gonna lift up this hinge upward. Let's see, it does not come. Oh, there's a tiny screw right on the bottom here. So remove that screw too. So two screws. And we are gonna rotate. Let me see. Yeah, as we rotate, we're gonna leave it like that in 45 degrees. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Remove one screw on this side, not two. On this side we have two, on this side only we have one. The other one goes from the casing. So we are gonna lift up this side too upwards. It's pretty hard. No idea why, but let's leave it for now. We get to that one in a second. Alright. So let's go ahead and remove these tiny screws in here. They have tiny arrows. Remember, this one goes from the bottom casing. Remove this metal cover screw. Lift up this cover. Put it in there. Remove the screw right by the RAM, by the fan, and right here by the SSD, by the fan again, by the speaker connector, the one by the jack, by the touch, and by the HDMI. One is white, I don't know why, chrome, and one is black as the rest. And we can remove the audio jack too, once for all, and lift up the audio jack. Put the screw right there. I would rather put the chrome screw for the audio jack. That will look better, maybe not. I'll see. So let's remove this. Maybe you need to put a pinhole right through here. Well, we could remove the motherboard. Just remove the tiny screw by the CMOS battery. Right, it's almost loosened up. I can lift it up pretty easy. Okay, we're gonna lift it up here. Oh, I see another connector that goes all the way here. So we're gonna untangle this one right here. Lift up the motherboard, bring it upward gently. And make sure there's no more screws down here. Bring it up and lift it up and put it to one side. And there we have the keyboard right down there. So to see the keyboard, to remove the keyboard, I'm gonna lift up the screen about 45 degrees, and then I'm gonna bring the case down and then keep opening it like that, and then I can scoop the bottom casing out of this. I'm gonna open up a little more. I should be able to scoop it out like that. These hinges, they have a little spring on them for tensioning. So let's put the screen to one side for now, and we're gonna work on the keyboard. So remove the screws on the top row, work on the screws on the bottom row. I don't see any more screws down there. Oh, there's one more down here in the top. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna lift up this one through here. And then one more screw. I don't see it. I have a different angle, so there's one more right there. We need this plastic thing on the new keyboard, so I'm gonna lift it up and bring it up. I don't know why there's a tension on it. Make sure to, this plastic thing is right on top. So bring it up, roll it out, and remove it. And I can see there's a tiny hooks in here. You could remove this plastic in here, but we're gonna remove it. We're gonna scoop up the other one. So this one is garbage pretty much. We are gonna remove this one, put it on the new one, and this one for the Wi-Fi cable organizer. And there's nothing else we can do here. So bring the new keyboard in. This one goes right in here. It goes on the top side here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this old from the old keyboard. Remove these two screws here. Remove this plastic from here, and let's see how this works. This one comes right over here, and it stays right on it. Okay, so that will hold the keyboard in place. Alright, I see how it works. Okay, so let's do that same thing on this other side. There's only two screws. We already removed like a 500. So what is two more? Right. So bring the keyboard in, slide it right in place. Make sure the screw holes are matching. Scoop this one first, right inside that groove, and there we have it. Nothing forcefully. So pretty much I scoop this side down, but it's just like an L shape that goes in here. So I scoop that one underneath, and the rest will fall in place. All the screws just fall in place. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this cover right on top and put the screw for this one on the other side. Now we're gonna put this rubber thingy over, I guess like that, and this one like that. And put these tiny screws right all around the keyboard. This screw right here, it goes from the casing, from the bottom case, so we're gonna leave that one. So don't screw this one here. Screw the one whichever is labeled. Alright, once we have all this inside, we're gonna grab the bottom of the screen. I know where I left it, right there. Put it right in there. And you want to scoop down the armrest right in there. And then slowly, gently, you want to close it down. And then it comes all the way down here. But remember, we gotta put the motherboard in. I'm gonna open it up a little bit. Okay, like that. I'm gonna grab the motherboard. Slide down the whatever side, USB-C side port down here on the RAM side first. Make sure there's no other cables stuck right underneath. And bring it down. Now we can close up the hinges. Bring the hinges down. We have to align nicely in place. And there we go. I don't like these speakers right away, so they're annoying, so I'll put them in there. This one right there, and this one goes right in there. I'm gonna tangle this cable all around the fan, run it around, goes under, comes over, and connect this speaker cable right in there. So I'm gonna connect whichever I can first. This one goes in straight inside the connector. Let's pull all these cables on from underneath towards the top side. Okay, so I see 1, 2. Those are the ones that we want to move up. And we're going to open up this lock. Bring this connector right all the way inside. And lock it down. The keyboard. Make sure the lock is open 90-degree upward. And then you want to push it all the way in there. And lock it down. Power on. Lock it down. Whatever cable this is. Push it inside the connector. And this one is for the pencil charge or whatever. I think it has a battery. Grab the audio connector. Dump it in there. Go head down first. Push the connector inside the jack. And put the single screw for the audio connector right there. Right. Bring down the hinges. This one stays on top, goes right through there. Plug in the trackpad, the touchpad. And these are really annoying. Put them right through there. Right there. Snap in the, just press down on the jack. Align it evenly over the jacks, the Wi-Fi Bluetooth connectors. And then you just want to snap it in place. And there we go. Doesn't matter which orientation goes, they're just pretty much antennas. They don't have any specific orientation. Put one screw right in here. Second one goes right at the corner, right in there. Make sure you don't pinch the cable. And this one, I don't like this edge, it stays too open for my liking. I don't know if the hinge goes under this hinge has to go under the motherboard. So let's open it up and let's put it right under the motherboard. This one I don't like it. I believe that it shouldn't stay on top, this tiny hook. So I'm gonna fast forward this part and I'm gonna open it up. So I'm gonna remove the Wi-Fi, the audio. So let's go ahead and remove the motherboard. I want to see why is this lock is not going into its place all the way in. I think I see why. Because this thing that we put over is shifted upward. It has to come all the way down. So we're gonna open up this one, just loosen up. Maybe remove it even. This thing has to go all the way down underneath. So let's see if we can remove it. Yeah, because the hole in here has a tiny pinhole in there. Has to sit flush down here. Move the camera in front of me so I can see nicely. There we go. So this screw hole has to be near to on this side. It has to be in the middle. So this way, this lock can go in its place all the way in. Nicely sits all the way flush. And now you can see the lock, and the extend lock is nicely open. So these things you can. So that's why I do this video, so you guys can see if you come across few stuff like this, what to do. Alright, so we put the screw on that one. We're gonna bring the motherboard back again. Slide down this side down 45 degree. Alright, my camera turned off because of overheating. So where we left. So we're pulling all these cables out of from underneath upward, taking it down. And bring the motherboard down, remove all the cables underneath, put it down flush. Again, open up the lock and put all these cables in. One, the backlight and the nipple mouse also goes all the way in there. The keyboard, open up the lock, grab the connector, slide it all the way in there, lock it down, power on, goes all the way in, and it feels like it's over. It's because of the new flex cable underneath, so don't worry about it. So we need to untangle all these connectors here. Bring the fan, the speaker, and put that one in there. Put these two cables right in there. And push down the connectors for these ones. And you need to put the screws in. So dump in this. Let's go ahead and put these connectors on the left hand for these two prong for the whatever you call this, 10. Dump that one in there. Put the screw for the jack. Put the connector right in there, pinch it in there. Grab the screw for the hinge. And the one that we removed was right all the way on the bottom of this cables in there. I don't know why I put the cables before. So put that screw in there. Push in the connector for the track. I'm gonna put right away one screw for the in here before I forget it. This chrome one, I'll put it right in here beside the hinge. And one tiny one right under this other flex cable in here before you put down the flex cable. So run the cable under this rubber, bring it over, push it down, and grab this bracket on this side. Make sure the screw holes on this one matches like that. And I believe this would go under that. So first hook it up under the hinge and then put the two screws for this one here. These are the chrome screws. Alright. Now we can go with the easy part. Just put the rest of the screw wherever there's a tiny arrow. That's where you want to put the screw. I see. I don't see anything holding it upward or anything like that. The keyboard is pushing it upward. It's just normal. So we're gonna tighten up the screw. By the fan, by the SSD, by the fan again, by the BIOS and all the way to the HDMI connector right there. Once we have all this in, go ahead and grab the battery, bring it in, align the jack for the connector, push it in there, and bring it down. Make sure this hook goes in there, this tiny pinhole. Put the tiny screws, one on each side. And one right here. Pretty much we are done. Grab the pen and goes in like that. Grab the bottom case, make sure everything is in place nicely, nice and tight. And we are gonna bring this thing right over. I'll put this corner push down in this corner first, and then tighten up the screw in the middle back there, and it's gonna pull the cover to itself. And go with the hinges in the corner. Those are the important screws. And that's it. And this is how you can replace your keyboard for your Lenovo Yoga X380. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm just gonna finish up using the screws, and I'm gonna power on the laptop. Let's see how it looks down. If you see any gap opening, just pinch them together. So there we got the new keyboard in. So let's connect the charger and power it on. From here, I see the backlight for the keyboard is shining. If you turn off, and you get the Lenovo logo, and it should start reading the SSD and getting inside the Windows. Right, so we're inside the Windows. Let it load up. I see the mouse is working. I go here, Notepad, and open it up. A working, everything else is working nicely. None of the key was working on the other keyboard. Tab lock LED is working, and Windows key is working. So Alt F4, don't save, and that's it. And this is how you replace your keyboard. Thanks for watching. This covers up today's video.